clear with what you've been able to do with this team to make it.
It means a lot, man. Just the work that I put in individually and as a team, the accomplishment and my numbers is good enough. I've been on the other side where I let them make an assist and didn't make it. So I mean, it would be an honor to me. I would love to be a part of the team, and I think making my 10th or 11th time, one of those.
James, I have to ask you the same question. Considering Ty said you jumped this high off the ground, how were you so good at rebounding?
It's not about how high you jump. You got to track the ball. I've been doing it for a long time. I haven't been the highest jumping guy, my whole life. So figuring ways to impact the game, and I figure it out. I don't know.
So starting out as a scorer, though, I mean, obviously 79 triple-doubles, 8th all-time. What does that mean to you, just to be so high on the list? It's about an overall player.
It means a lot, man. Just impacting the game in other ways. Scoring is one thing, but rebounding the basketball, facilitating is another thing, and just impacting the game. You don't got to be the best player, on the court by just scoring the basketball every single night. Obviously, that helps, but there's other ways to impact games, and you see it. You've been seeing it throughout the course of the history of the NBA. I'm just happy to be a part of one of those on that list.
How do you feel like Kevin has progressed in terms of developing his playmaking and just facilitating the organization of the offense?
Who?
Kevin.
Great. He's been a scorer. A playmaker has been second, but on this team there's a different role, and it's kind of bringing that playmaking ability out, just because we got so many guys that can score the basketball. So and we're asking him to do both. And I think he's done an unbelievable job this year.
When you look at the last game, the depth of this team, obviously in losing effort, but played pretty well considering the circumstances. What do you think a game like yesterday does show about just an overall depth that this team has, even though you guys
it didn't need to take yesterday for us to understand the depth that we have in this team. Like, we already know how deep this team is, and guys can contribute on any given night. For us is the health part, which is, we stay healthy and then, figure out the rotations and lineups that we want to play and go from there. But, the depth is not the problem. It's, having too many guys might be a problem, to where you don't know who to play at certain nights or whatever the case may be. But that's, that's coaching, that's, T. Lou job. But for the most part, we got a very good team, well put together that, healthy, and we can make a deep run.
I've seen your series on Instagram where you're driving and listening to different music.
Yeah.
Can you talk about like your ties with music and everything like that?
It's just natural, man. I got studios in my house. It's like I don't rap or nothing, but I just love music. I love all types of music. So just I feel like it was cool for social media to see that side of me. Just because I'm for the most part private and like to keep to myself, but that side of me, I feel like it was an opportunity, and it was natural and organic. So, which I'm doing a Netflix series for this season, so you guys see a little bit more, of my personality or whatnot. But just giving my fans and people who don't really know James Harden another side of me, and not just the basketball side. So, and I've been getting a lot of really good feedback. So, yeah.
When you look at when you look at Zoo, I mean, you guys haven't had him for a couple games there. Do you think he's more appreciated, maybe from the outside when he doesn't miss games? Outside of the locker room, people who maybe don't know.
I don't know who outside of the locker room people are, honestly. Like,
but do you think not having him, you kind of see how important he is when he is back?
I know how important he is. So I mean, that might be the wrong question for me, but you talk about unappreciated, or like there's a lot of people who feel like, I mean, they overlook this team or don't understand the value that we have amongst each other, and take Norm off this team, take any one of the guys off this team. It's not the same team. So, which I think, I know as a group, from organization-wise, the top to us, we understand that, and that's why we are the way we are and how we've been playing so well. So, for us, it's just stay in the course and focus on what we do.
Thank you.
Let's get ready for HoopJab.